Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina, and today I thought I would play around and show you what I've been doing. As you can see, there's already a lot on my desk. The other night I was looking, I thought let me go see online. I wanted to do a search for some tissue paper and find some interesting designs, you could use to decoupage. And I thought, wait a minute, instead of spending more money, let me see what products I have and what type of stamps and inks and just what do I have that can enable me to make my own decorative tissue paper. So I started to have a play and it was really fun and I enjoyed how it turned out. So I thought I would share it with you. So that's what we're going to do today. Before we get started, I want to show you just some of the ones that I created. I use two different types of paper. This is a piece of napkin, and it's one where I had used a napkin in a prior project, and it was a really nice one that had 3 layers, and that back third layer, if you have it, is usually pretty plain. And that's what this was. It was just a little piece of a plain napkin. I just started, stamping and just trying to connect them. And look how pretty that turned out. From there, I kept going and I grabbed another stamp with the stones. And this time I thought I would play around and add a little bit of color. I did the stamping in Archival ink, but for the color, I added some Distress Oxide. I did use it in a project right here, as you can see with the next piece I was going to show you. Of course, whenever I put the Mod Podge over it to put it down, it did, of course, blend and remove some of the color that I used because the Distress Oxide, is kind of a water soluble. It will move around, but a whole lot of it stayed put. So I was kind of surprised that more of it didn't wipe away. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So I just kept playing and kind of went in and grabbed some more stamps and really just started just playing around. Again, these are napkins, but I also did tissue paper. I wanted to see which one, if either, that I like better. And as it turned out, I kind of like the tissue paper better, simply because it just didn't tear so easily. It is still tissue paper and does tear, but it was just, it's a little stronger than just the paper napkin. So anyway, I was having a great time and thought, hey, I might want to share this. Maybe somebody else might find it interesting and may want to make their own. So hopefully this will inspire you to make your own tissue paper. Now I thought today I would start with using brown. I know I do a lot of like making your own ephemera, and I like things that are aged or has a vintage feel to it. So I wanted to use this dark brown, this ground Expresso. I did not want to use Distress Oxide because I want my design to be done in an ink that won't wipe off. So I need to use an Archival type ink, and this is the only one in the color I have, and it's tiny, so we'll see how that goes. So I think first of all, I'm going to start out with circles because, you just can't go wrong with a circle. I want to use the largest circle here. Let's see. It's probably not a perfect circle, but it's fine. Okay. Now I'm just going to ink that up. Okay. Oops. And stamp that down. There we go. Maybe I'll put another one. There. And I think I'll stop right there for now. I do love this stamp. It's not one I use often, but every time I use it I think, man, that's an awesome stamp. So I'm going to try to use it more. Okay. Again, I'm going to try to go with the ground Expresso. I do like this color. I should probably get a big pad, a big ink pad. Let's go like let's go right here. Okay, nice. Might have to do this one a few more times. So here, and let's do it here. Let's go down here. Okay, and I think I might even do that big circle one more time down here. I know it will be on top instead of underneath of the other design, but you know, I'm not going to worry about that. Let's do one more. There. Very good. I think I'm going to stick with this stamp collection, and I really do like this one as well. Alright, where should this go? How about, how about right there? Cool, very nice. Do a couple more of these. Okay, about right here. Okay. I think I'm going to use this little branch with the bird. It looks like a nest. I've not used this stamp before, so whoops. Well, I tell you, they're both so smooth. I'm not sure. Okay. Interesting. Normally when it's a stamp I've not used before, I'll test it and try it out a couple of times, but you know what? I think I'm just going to go for it. But where to put it, that's the question. How about here? Okay. All right. See how it's coming through the tissue paper? Yeah. I have a mark on my desk because I wasn't paying attention and used black permanent ink through the tissue paper, and of course it bled through into my desk, so I haven't yet cleaned it. So note to self, note to you, make sure you have something that will protect your table or your work surface, because tissue paper, and the same thing with the little one-ply napkin, it will bleed through, and this is permanent ink. So just be aware. Let's see. How about there? There. Okay. It's kind of blank over here. I guess I probably need another big circle. And that one seems kind of bare too. These have the most going on. Could just do the circle right here. Yeah, we'll come over here. Why not? Give a variety. This one's actually going right through the middle of the other stamp. Okay, so let's add another bird. How about up here? Okay. Now I think I need another one of these. Definitely need something else up here. Nice. And I guess we might as well add one down here too. Alright. Now you could come up with a design and then just, you know, repeat that design, because that's typically what a tissue paper would do. But you certainly don't have to. You don't have to repeat anything. It could just be just images that you just connect together that you think may follow a theme. You know, there are no rules here. We're playing and we're just creating and just having fun. So you do what you want to do and what you think, you know, feels right to you, or what you think might be easiest to work with and use in the future. That's something to also think about. Okay, I took a pause and I had to think about it, and I was trying to decide if I was done, but I think I want to do one more thing. I want to add probably a smaller circle just to kind of fill in some of the empty spaces. I don't want to clog it up because I don't want it just to be so busy that you can't tell what's going on. But I did want it in certain places, you know, to be a little more full than it is. And we'll go, how about right here? We can go here to here. Maybe just right there. All right. Is there room for one? No. Okay. I don't think I'm going to do it up there. Okay. I think I've decided to be done with this one. I mean, you could keep going forever. So I think I'm going to call this one done. All right. For the next one, I think I want to go a little lighter, a little less heavy also with my images. So I thought I would use something just a little more delicate. So I'm going to use some of these stamps, and this is from Prima. Hello Pastel. Now I was thinking I'd go gray, and these are the two grays that I've got, and it looks like this one is a little bit lighter. I don't know if you can see, but I think I'm going to go with the Archival ink Hickory Smoke. As you can see, I'm not trying to be specific here. I just kind of want a nice light background, and I'm just trying to more or less cover. It's okay if there's some empty spaces. That's not a problem at all, because I'm going to be doing more stamping. So now I want to do it a little bit darker. Maybe I'll use this one next. All right, I'm going to use the darker ink this time. I'm hoping it's darker. It's the watering can. So we'll see. And I'll just kind of put it in and around in the empty spots. There we go. Again, I'm not being specific. I'm just kind of aiming for some of the blank areas. It's kind of going to kind of be wonky. I don't care. That's fine with me. Again, not in a specific pattern. You know, creating is a funny business. It just kind of depends on your mood, doesn't it? Because sometimes it would probably bother me that it wasn't in a pattern. But today I am going with the flow, and it does not bother me in the least. Okay, that's the kind of interesting part in creating. To me, your mood has so much to do with what you produce and your creative expression. And today, this is how it looks. Let's see, I need a little more. Seems too cramped to put one there, but then it's kind of a big space if you don't. Well, oh well, I'm going to leave it. Instead, I think I just want to add a little butterfly here and there, and that will round out my my whole piece. And this is from BoBunny Beautiful Butterfly Stamp. In case you're wondering. Let's try the light gray and we'll see. I may end up having to go back and make it darker, but I just wanted to see how it looks for now. Okay, I think that'll work. Yeah, I think that'll work. Here and there. Let's see. Where? Again, I'm looking for just an empty space. This isn't a pattern. It's not going to be perfectly matching the others. Just kind of filling in. What do you think? Let me bring you in a little closer. I think I'll just fill in some of the areas that are, you know, kind of really, really empty down here. I'll just use the stamp like this. Let's see if I can get in some of these little places. Okay. Sure. There we go. Just little bits here and there. Okay. Over here. Double there. There. And there. How's that? Okay. Like I said, you can kind of keep going forever. But I think this one is done. What do you think? Alright, for our third one, I thought I would show you how I added the color. So I was going to do the stones again because, one, I really like how it turned out, and two, I've already used it. I didn't make much, and I wouldn't mind having some more. So that's what I'm going to do. This is called Wall to Wall Texture by BoBunny, and I'm going to pull out this one. You could do this probably a few different ways. You could put your image down first, or you could just kind of randomly put color, which I think is what I did. And I got walnut, hold on, that's not what it is. I used Rusty Hinge and yeah, Vintage Photo Distressed Oxides. And I just got an old, you can see I've used these several times, just an old makeup sponge, and I got this at the dollar store, which means I could probably just grab a new one, right? but why? You know, I just use it till it falls apart, so might as well. So, and then I just grabbed some, and then I kind of lightly spread a little bit around. Okay, like so. Just a little bit. Okay, I came in with some Vintage Photo as well, then just kind of filled in the empty spaces. So once I got the color there, then I came in and I believe I used the ground Expresso again. Okay, I inked that up really well. And just stamped that. Okay. Like I said, this one doesn't exactly match up great, but okay, you know what? We're not worrying about stuff today, so I'm just not going to worry about it and just put it down. So when all said and done, are you really going to identify which ones perfectly don't match up? Probably not. So let's just not spend much time worrying about it. Okay, here we go. Although when you do it like this, you can see a repeating pattern. When I did it the other way, I moved them around. It looked a little bit more organic. So, you know, I should probably mention that. That is a difference in, you know, the two ways that I've done it. All right. That's definitely the easiest way to add color. It works great for something like this where it's just stone or brick or wood or maybe even grass, where you can just kind of sponge on and brush on your color and kind of be done. But you can always use colored inks as well. So I'm going to pull some of these images out, and if you have enough different colored inks, which I have a few, I don't have a ton of colors, but I mean, I do have green, so, you know, like that. Maybe put this down a few times. I'm going to pull a flower from this one, and I don't know what it's called. This is the flower that I've used on one of the other ones that I showed you. I believe it's that one. Have a pretty blue flower. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Not sure how best to line that up. Maybe a smaller flower where you can really get it right at the edge of that stem. Or maybe this one will work better. It's kind of a flat bottom on it. We'll try it. Let's see. Oops. I'm being a very messy inker today. Okay. Let's go. Oh gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when you put your stamp on backwards. Oh goodness. All right, so let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Fourth try is a charm. Yeah, so that's a little better, you know. So you could just use different colored inks to give it some color. If you want to take the time to come back and maybe dip maybe like a Q-tip or something in your distressed oxide, and then maybe or even the ink, and come back and kind of color it in, you could certainly do that. I'm not going to do that. I prefer to do something a lot easier like this. But look, it depends on how much time you have, and you know, if you're in that zone, if you're in that flow and want to, then go for it. But for me, that's probably a little bit more than what I want to do, at least for a whole lot. If it was a certain piece that I just needed like one little image to add to something that I was working on, then that might be different. But just for mass production, that's probably a little more than what I would want to do. All right, well, so this one isn't just a total loss. I'm going to see if I can't try to salvage it somehow. Maybe I'll just go back over it with the black. Again, with inking it the proper way. Let's see. It doesn't match up exactly because it was flipped over and it was backwards, but there we go. I don't think that really helped, but you know, sometimes you just have to try. All right, just to kind of fill up some of the rest of the space on this sheet, I'm just going to go back to the BoBunny Beautiful Butterfly stamp and pull out these two because they're about the same size. And I'll just do a repeating pattern. Make sure that I put them on correctly. Oh goodness. And I'm just going to use black. And let's just stamp. Oh, I didn't get the other one. Let's see. And try to push down harder. That one. Ooh, there we go. That's much better, isn't it? Maybe do I have room? Yeah. This way. Okay. Ooh, nice. That little guy didn't get it all the way, but hey. So now I can probably go back with some little ones and kind of fill in. I came back to this one that I used earlier, and I wanted to just use some of these little elements. Okay. So maybe let's try that. There. 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 while it's kind of messy, there's a little bit of green over here. You know, if you come up with a pattern you like, I could always start over on a fresh sheet and really take your time and turn it into something, you know, really awesome. Let's see. Move it up here. Down here. Up here. Down here. And up here. Right. That gives it a little bit more, you know, something going on. And with that, I think I'm going to be done with this one. All right, so here is our first one that we did. I think that turned out really well. Okay. Here is our second one. This one is very delicate and gray. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. Actually, I like how that one turned out too. So, yay. And our third one, which is kind of a mishmash, just showing you about adding color and different ideas and techniques that you can use. Okay. These two that I made, I put on just blank index cards, and I believe they are 4 by 5 3/4 or something like that. But you could always cut them down to 4 by 5 1/2. And you know, once you're done decorating, you can adhere it to the front of a card base, and you have a great card. You could do the whole card design here, or maybe you're just creating a background. Just a thought, an idea. Little inspiration, especially coming into Mother's Day, when I know a lot of you will be wanting to have really nice cards and unique cards. You know, you create your own tissue paper and you kind of collage it together and you use it on a card to someone special, and that will be totally unique because they will not get a card like that from anybody else. Or there will not be a card like that anywhere else in the world because that was your creation. So it's just an idea of a way to give something absolutely unique to someone that you love. I hope you found this video inspirational. If you did, give me that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And I do hope you give this a try. It's a lot of fun, and I mean, I could just sit here all day and create these, you know, come up with different ideas and just play around. I really encourage you to play around. Use your stamps. Use the inks and materials that you have available and be creative. All right, that's going to do it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.